Hi viewers, welcome to another video tutorial of today. Some individuals requested the tutorial for trig equations, and here it is. The question is coming from the 2023 Additional Mathematics ECZ Internal Paper 2. So this is the exam which they wrote in 2023. Let's try to check the question. The question is number 6. Here is the question. The question has two parts. It has part A and part B. We have part A, which says solve the equation square root of 2 sine open brackets x plus 45 degrees close brackets is equal to 4 cos x for values of x in the range x is less than or equal to 360 and x is greater than or equal to 0 degrees. And then part B, we have two questions. We have Roman numeral 1 and then we also have Roman numeral 2. So Roman numeral 1 says express 5 sine theta plus 12 cos theta in the form 5 in the form r sine open brackets theta plus alpha close brackets, where r is greater than 0 and and alpha is less than 90 degrees and it is greater than 0 degrees. And then we also have Roman numeral 2, which says hence find the maximum value of 10 sine theta plus 24 cos theta. So as we're getting into the solving, don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to click the like and subscribe button. Plus, don't forget to share so that other people can also enjoy the additional mathematics tutorials. And then don't forget to comment to hear out your views. Let's try to get into the solving. Let's try to get into the solving, and then we're going to start with part A, which says solve the equation square root of 2 sine open brackets x plus 45 degrees close brackets is equal to 4 cos x for values of x in the range x is less than or equal to 360 degrees and x is greater than or equal to 0 degrees. So we're going to write that one, and that equals to 4 cos x. So we have to note that sine x plus alpha is equal to sine A cos B plus, and then in that case, since we have plus, we have a positive, we have a plus. We have to write that same value which is there. If we had a minus, we would have written a minus there. So plus cos A sine B. That's how it should be. So A is x and then B is 45 degrees. That's what you should know. So that is A and that is B. So let's try to convert sine open brackets x plus 45 degrees into that form, which is sine A cos B plus cos A sine B. So cos A, since we have said that A is x, it will be sine x cos 45, and then B is 45 degrees. We can convert that one, plus again A we said is x, it will be cos x sine 45 degrees, like that, and that equals to 4 cos x. So you need to note that 45 degrees is a special angle. 45 degrees is a special angle, and then we can use that that triangle. We can use that triangle. So we have the opposite is 1, and then the adjacent is 1, and then the hypotenuse is square root of 2. That's what you should know. So let's try to write that. And then we also need to note that cos x is equal to a over h. We have the adjacent and then the hypotenuse. So the adjacent is 1, and then the hypotenuse is square root of 2. So cos 45 is equal to 1 over square root of 2. We also have sine x. It will be like that. And then sine x is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. And then the opposite is 1, and then the hypotenuse is square root of 2. So sine 45 is 1 over square root of 2. So 1 over square root of 2 cos x is equal to 4 cos x. And then we're going to multiply square root of 2 multiplied by 1 over square root of 2. It will give you a 1. So those two can just cancel. And then square root of 2 multiplied by 1 over square root of 2, it will give you a 1. It will also give you a 1. So we are simply going to remain with sine x plus cos x, and that equals to 4 cos x. And then we have to note that tan x is equal to sine x over cos x. So in that case, we can try to do some simplification. So we are going to divide all sides by cos x. So we are going to divide sine x with cos x with cos x, and then 4 cos x with cos x. So when you divide cos x divided by cos x, it will give you a 1, and then 4 cos x divided by cos x, it will just give you a 4, and then sin x divided by cos x, it will give you tan x. So it will be tan x plus 1 is equal to 4. So tan x, we are going to make tan x the subject, so it will be tan x is equal to 4 minus 1. Tan x is equal to 3. And then we are going to make x the subject, it will be tan inverse of 3. X is equal to 71.56505.118. So since we found the value of x as 71.6 degrees, we have to find another value of x. So we have the first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, and then the fourth quadrant. So in the first quadrant, all are positive. In the second, sine is positive. In the third, tan is positive. And then in the fourth, cos is positive. And then in this case, we are dealing with tan. We have to find where tan is positive, and that tan should be positive. So where tan is positive is the third quadrant. So third quadrant, it is 180 plus x. So 180 plus x, and then the x value we found it as 71.6 degrees. So it will be 180 plus 71.6 degrees, and that will give you the value of 251.6 degrees. So therefore, this was the required answer. So you are supposed to give two values. So we have the value of 251.6 degrees, and then we also have 71.6 degrees. So therefore the values of x are 71.6 degrees, comma 251.6 degrees. So this is how you're supposed to answer such a question. This is how you're supposed to answer such a question, and then you're given marks for that. Let's now go to part B. Part B says, in part B we have Roman numeral 1, and then we also have Roman numeral 2. So with Roman numeral 1, it says express 5 sine theta plus 12 cos theta in the form r sine open brackets theta plus alpha close brackets, where r is greater than 0 and 0 is greater 0 and alpha is less than 90 degrees, and then it is greater than 0 degrees. So we are going to start with Roman numeral 1. So we are done with A. So with Roman numeral 1, we have to note that r, the value of r can be found by having the square root of a squared plus b squared, like that. And then A, we have to note that in this case, since we have started with, since in the statement we are given that r sine open brackets theta plus alpha, we are given that it is sine. So even in that expression, we have to start with sine just as it is, just as it is 5 sine theta plus 12 cos theta, because if you haven't started with sine, the answer can be wrong at some point. So the value of r, let's try to find the value of r. So you're given that a is 5 and then b is 12. So r is equal to square root of 5 square root of 5 squared plus 12 squared. So when you do the calculation, it will give you square root of 169, and square root of 169 is 13. So therefore the value of r is equal to 13. And then let's try to find alpha. You can find alpha by having tan inverse of b over a. So tan inverse of b over a, and in that case b is 12 and then a is 5. So alpha is equal to tan inverse of 12 over 5. Alpha is equal to 67.38013505 degrees. So therefore alpha is 67.4 degrees. So therefore, since we said that the value of r is 13, and then it will be sine 13 sine open brackets. So therefore it will be like that. It will be 13 sine open brackets theta plus 67.4 degrees close brackets. So therefore 5 sine theta plus 12 cos theta is equivalent to 13 sine open brackets theta plus 67.4 degrees close brackets. This is how you're supposed to find such a question. This is how you're supposed to do the calculations for that question. Let's now go to part Roman numeral 2, which says, hence find the maximum value of 10 sine theta plus 24 cos theta. So with this question, when you look at 5 sine theta in Roman numeral 2, in Roman numeral 1, and then in Roman numeral 2, it was 10 sine theta, and then 12 cos theta. In Roman numeral 2, it was 24 cos theta. So it was like it was multiplied 2 times. So even that value of r in Roman numeral 1, we found the value of r as 13. So we can multiply that value of r 2 times. We can multiply that value of r by 2. So when you multiply it by 2, it will give you 26. But let's try to calculate so that we see if it will give us a 26. So we are going to use that same formula, which is r is equal to square root of a squared plus b squared. So in that case, a is 10 and then b is 24. So it will be 10 squared plus 24 squared, and then you even put the square root. When you do that, it will give you the value of 676, and then the value of r will give you 26. So therefore, the maximum value is equal to 26. So this is how you're supposed to do the calculations on all the questions. Thank you for watching this video tutorial, and don't forget to comment, to share, and then also to subscribe. See you to another video tutorial.